One of my hobbies is tabletop gaming, getting together with a bunch of friends and rolling some dice and having great adventures. I've had many of these adventures on both sides of the DM screen. It's fun to be had all around. Now, I'll admit that pretty much as soon as I started playing D&D, I debated on whether or not I should make furry characters. On one paw, I didn't want to ruin the DM's world just because I wanted a walking, talking foxman as my character. On the other paw, it was D&D. I could be whatever I wanted. So why not play a furry character? Here's a list of ways you can make your tabletop experience a little bit more furry. Now, possibly the easiest way to get into the tabletop furry experience is to play a specifically furry system. There's quite a few to choose from, and out of the ones that I've played, I've definitely enjoyed them. If you want a system that's a little bit closer to D&D and Pathfinder in terms of flavor, I would suggest Ironclad. It's high fantasy, and from my experience, it's one of the easiest for a DM to jump into if you're used to playing these kind of fantasy settings. The downside is that character creation is really only effective if you have both the player's manual and the host's book, because there is a lot of lore that's kind of spread around between both books. If you want a system where you can just insert your persona, I would suggest Hic Sunt Draconis. It's a sci-fi technopunk system set 1,000 years after the Earth destroys itself over something completely and totally stupid. It has one of the most versatile character creation systems I have ever played through. If it exists as a persona, you can build it. As a DM, however, I found it difficult to make a homebrew campaign with it. There's just so much pre-built material to deal with as far as lore and things like that it's very difficult to come up with a setting where you can kind of squeeze your players into. If you're looking for a light-hearted fantasy system, Pugmire is another good choice to go through. You basically play a bunch of anthro dogs and you go adventuring looking for artifacts of lost humanity. If you're looking for just a quick little one-shot to squeeze in, I would recommend Crash Pandas. Players play a group of raccoons who are trying to do the whole illegal street racing thing, like straight up Fast and the Furious. The point is, you can't actually collaborate on your actions with your fellow players. It's quick, it's simple, and it's free. I really liked it, so I'm going to put a link for it in the description. Dungeons & Dragons has a lot of source material that actually will let you create your own furry characters. Some of these characters include Totally Not a Khajiit, Literal Cowboys, Babar Goes to War, Birdman. Your DM finally decided to let you play a bird, but you can't fly. Also, you do nothing but squawk. You're a friggin' dragon! You're a friggin' dragon! But you can't breathe fire. And you're in danger of being punted. Scaly Bait. Oogway. You're just Oogway. Pathfinder also has some furry races available through their SRD, which include Redwall Fanfic, Weeaboo Fox, Totally Not the Monkey King, and Weeaburb. There are also great modules you can find. One of my personal favorites is available for 5th edition and is called Humblewood. It's currently available through thedeckofmany.com. I like it because not only does it allow your players to play a much broader range of anthropomorphic birds, but the monsters created for the module are fun to run and really fun to battle. If you want to get in touch with your furry side, but you don't really want to be fluffy all the time, I'd ask your DM about being something like a werewolf, or having a polymorph curse. Be the party druid. If all else fails, there are now plenty of homebrew races that are a fantastic source to use, both as a DM and as a player. Many are officially hosted on the Wizards of Coast site. Others you kind of have to dig around and find. Keep in mind that you'll have to go through a lot of material to double check and just make sure that it's not going to be too overpowered and that the rest of your players are going to have fun while doing it. Also, double check with your DM before using it. It'll make it a lot easier for the DM to figure out a way to help your character fit into their world. So there we go. There's plenty of ways to fuzzify your game. Go ahead and use this list of ideas whether you're a player or a DM. It might be more fun than you think.